Dear students, today we are going to start with a new chapter, lesson number 1 in SS, Arrival of Europeans in India. Now, in this chapter, we will be learning about why the Europeans were interested to come to India, which things attracted them to come to India, how the people who came with the purpose of trading but ended ruling us. We will be discussing in details. Now, we have already studied that many years ago, our country was one of the leading country in the world, leading in the field of education. For example, these are the pictures of Mohenjo-daro and Harappan civilization, which shows how civilized the people were. India was exporting number of things to the rest of the world. There are some of the examples which shows how distinct the position of India was. The people of various countries were being influenced by our country. In olden days, there were many universities developed in India, like Nalanda University, Takshashila University, and many others. And many students used to come in these universities for education from the world university. These students used to come from the rest of the world. But from the word university, you can make out how big the education institution was. And the people of the world were in search for a new sea route to India for trading and to make a lot of money. Earlier, the merchants or traders from various countries came to India from northwest by land route. So this was the land route for the purpose of trading. The people of Europe used this land route, and it was also easy to come to India by crossing the Suez Canal. And for years, Arab traders undertook trade through land route. But as the situation changed after the conquest of the Constantinople in 1453 by Turkish Muslim, the sea route through Constantinople, Istanbul, that is Istanbul, was closed for the Europeans also. So the land route has been stopped. So now there was a need to search a new sea route to India. So as this Istanbul was being stopped, and now these European people were in search for a new sea route to India. Since they could not do without spices, silk, cotton cloth, muslin, and black paper, the Europeans felt compelled to discover a new sea route to India. Subsequently, some adventurous sailors of Europe and other countries started the search of new sea route to India, and for this economic assistance, economic assistance were given from their kings. Now, a new sea route which was being discovered to India. First, we will talk about Christopher Columbus. He was an Italian explorer, and he wanted to find a new sea route to India because he knew if he could reach these land, he would be able to bring back rich of silk and spices. Columbus knew that the world was round, and he realized that by sailing west instead of east, around the coast of Africa, as other explorers at that time were doing, he would still reach his destination. Columbus started his journey to India and accidentally reached America. Till the time he lived in misconception that he had discovered a sea route to India. Hence, even today, the native of America are called as Red Indians. And the island group in the Caribbean is known as West Indies. Now, the second explorer we will be talking about, Vasco Gama was the first Europeans to find an ocean trading route to India. He accomplished or discovered which the other could not do. His discovery of this sea route helped the Portuguese establish a long-lasting colonial empire in Asia and Africa. Vasco da Gama was a native of Portugal. He encircled the Cape of Good Hope in the South Africa and reached the port of Calicut on 22nd May 1498, crossing the Indian Ocean. When he first landed near the Calicut, at that time Samorin was ruling Calicut, so he took the permission to start trading in Calicut. And after that, they established a fort in Calicut in 1500 CE. They fortified. Fortified means provided with defensive work as protection against attack or using military. For the protection of their forts, they fortified it by appointing a commander-in-chief called Albuquerque. For the protection of this fort, although Albuquerque had not received order to conquer Goa, but then also he captured it in 1506 CE. And within the span of 100 years, the Portuguese took control of Mangalore, Kochi, Goa, Diu, Mumbai and islands of Lanka. The Portuguese remained to this place for a long time and never tried to cover a large part of India or to interfere into the politics of India. And next we will move on with how the Portuguese rule came to an end. In the beginning of the 17th century, the Portuguese tried to expand the trade to Bengal. At that time, Shah Jahan was ruling Delhi. At that time, Subedar of Bengal complained about the behavior of the Portuguese. So the fort of Hooghly was demolished and the ships were burnt as per the order of Shah Jahan. With this, the Portuguese ruled only to the limited places of Diu, Daman and Goa. So with this part, I end up with this part of the video of this chapter. Thank you.